Ladies and gentlemen on Facebook. Sorry, folks, I'm just too tired. But what's going on, YouTubers? My name is Robert Serrano Jr., natural born thriller. Welcome everyone to WWE RAW review, the show from November 19, 2018. Oh my god. Los Angeles, California. Michael Cole, Corey Graves, Renee Young, your commentators. This was the Raw after the series. You know, Survivor Series. But I'm calling it the Raw after the series. So let's just get right into it. I didn't see the beginning of Raw. I missed what happened at the beginning of Raw. And thank God I did, because this is what happened. Acting Raw GM Baron Corbin comes out saying that this is the Undisputed A show. After watching Raw tonight, I can tell you right now, this A show was fucking boring. And he starts kissing ass and giving credit to his boss, the commissioner of Raw, Stephanie McMahon. She comes out. Like I said, folks, I missed the beginning of Raw, and thank God I did, because one, because of Baron Corbin, and most likely, importantly, two, Stephanie McMahon. So thank God I missed the beginning of this show. I hate both of them. Corey Graves mentioned that Raw did not sweep since SmackDown Live won on the kickoff show. Oh, I mean the kickoff show that didn't fucking matter in the first place. Yeah, so basically, folks, now they decided to say that Raw didn't do a clean sweep because the kickoff show, the pre-show from Survivor Series, they forgot to count that in. Too little, too late for that. What people saw on their laptop, their TV screen, you know, on the how we watch the WWE Network, you basically told us. Hold on a second. You basically told us on your screen that SmackDown has 0 and Raw has 6. So basically, clean sweep. And what they did, you know, by having Corey Graves mention the pre-show, like that even fucking matters anyways. Like it, because tell that to Austin Aries, tell that to Neville, tell that to anyone else that were part of the pre-shows where pertains to big pay-per-view events. And now WWE is trying to save face here that the kickoff show didn't matter. No, it didn't matter, because on the main show it proves otherwise. So good job trying to insult our intelligence for those who watched. Thank God I missed the beginning, but after reading this result here, they're trying to insult everyone's intelligence. So anyways. And of course, Stephanie McMahon came out to brag about how Raw did a clean sweep. Which, by the way, Corey Graves pointed out, literally, that it was not a clean sweep. But here's Stephanie McMahon on the mic, opening the show, that Raw did a clean sweep. So which is it? Was it a clean sweep, or was it not a clean sweep? This company doesn't know what they're fucking doing. They're fucking, everyone working for that company is fucking retards. Especially running this boring ass Monday Night Raw show. You gotta lower your intelligence to get into this type of bullshit. Braun Strowman came out, whatever, get these hands, whatever. Braun Strowman ain't going nowhere, folks. I'm just going to call that to this. Braun Strowman ain't going nowhere. If he was going somewhere, he would then Vince McMahon would have put the belt on him at Saudi Arabia, the Crown Jewel event, instead of putting it on Brock Lesnar. Nothing against Brock Lesnar, but if Braun Strowman was really going somewhere, then he would have been champion. And I hate this notion that WWE look at the Universal Championship title as the main championship title over the real main championship title that's been with this company since the fucking 60s. Oh, Strowman says something about welcome to man that Braun. Yeah, because Roman Reigns is not there, and who cares about Seth Rollins? Who I thought what pertains to Seth Rollins being the current champion since the Brock Lesnar wasn't there, and they sure mentioned Brock Lesnar on this show, but whatever. It's not even man that Rollins either. But they made sure to make it be like Matt Rollins after what they did with him. But I'll get to that later. Um, there was a match made for TLC for Strowman and Corbin. Again, I didn't watch the beginning of Raw, so I missed what happened on Raw. At the beginning of Raw to know what's going on here. Something about if Strowman beats Corbin at TLC, then Corbin will not be in charge of Raw anymore. But if Corbin wins, then he'll be fully in charge of Raw, which makes no fucking sense because he's supposed to be wrestling against Kurt Angle, who was supposed to be the real GM for Raw. And keep in mind, Baron Corbin is the acting GM of Raw. So would it make sense for Baron Corbin and Kurt Angle should be wrestling at TLC instead of Braun Strowman? But then we get a match. We get a elimination tag team match. And I'm seeing myself, okay, what's the point of this? I was sitting watching this show, seeing this match going on. Because when I got the chance to watch Raw, after missing about I don't know how long, how many minutes I missed. I think about 10, maybe 12 minutes of the beginning of Raw. All of a sudden, I see Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre coming out. Like, what are they coming out for? And then with a commercial break. So I basically missed. So from there, I missed what they did there. And then it came out where they're gonna do a tag team elimination match when Elias came out. So basically, I didn't actually say it yet, but Elias came out doing his concert thing. So he starts going, he start doing his whole, who wants to walk with Elias and all that. So he gets in the ring, and I see myself, okay, what's going on here? I like Finn Balor's in the ring, Braun Strowman's in the ring. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, okay, and that's when they made an announcement, elimination tag team match. And I said, so I was like, okay, but what? Why? What was the point of this? Well, here's the point of it. So the match itself was going on. Finn Balor gets eliminated by Drew McIntyre. Elias gets eliminated by count out. So basically, it was Braun Strowman against Corbin, McIntyre, and Lashley. Only for Strowman to win the match because Drew McIntyre disqualified himself. But here's the thing. It's supposed to be an elimination match, and Drew McIntyre should have been eliminated, but instead he still stayed, which means I guess the match was thrown out then. Basically, there was no announcement about how how the match ends. So no contest basically. So we get the beatdown on Braun Strowman with McIntyre, Lashley, and Corbin. So they took out Braun Strowman, and Strowman was bloody from his elbow. And then all of a sudden they used basically Corbin uses a, a steel steps to take out Strowman's arm, and Strowman's still in the arm, and Strowman's saying, "I can't feel my fingers," and that was it, and that was it for hour number one. Yeah, because the match went long, went on about, let's see, I guess 30 minutes or so. But wrestling hour number one, what a match. Overall thoughts on hour number one, fucking boring. Hour number two, Seth Rollins addresses Dean Ambrose about his match he's gonna happen against him at TLC, because it was announced before the show even started. But yeah, it's gonna be Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose at WWE TLC, and it's gonna be for the Intercontinental Championship. You heard me right, folks. This whole thing with Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins now feuding after um the whole thing with Roman Reigns going through leukemia and everything. Um, with Dean Ambrose turning on Seth Rollins on that same night, and then give us a reason why he did what he did, and then he finally did. Basically weeks later, which was and what he did mention why last week and everything. Um, because the Shield holding him back and all that. Also, it's not because of what Seth Rollins did to you 4 years ago. It's because the Shield was holding you back. It's the reason why you did what you did to Seth Rollins. And yeah, because Roman Reigns is also a problem too. Because they got to mention Roman Reigns about that too. And then burn the Shield's vest, even though it's not a real it's not really a Shield's vest. It's just a bulletproof vest. And plus, you could get it's not like they can make another one. But basically, this all leads to Seth Rollins going up against Dean Ambrose at TLC for the Intercontinental Championship. Why does that be for the Intercontinental title? What the Intercontinental title has nothing to do with the feud between Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. So why this has anything to do with the Intercontinental Championship? Makes no fucking sense. But at the same time, WWE makes no fucking sense, especially what pertains to their main show, especially what pertains to doing this 3-hour boring ass Monday Night Raw. Seth Rollins talks about Takeover, Survivor Series. Talks about the Shield made its debuts 6 years ago. Talks about Shinsuke Nakamura. Talks about Dean Ambrose, and basically talking about the fact that he turned on Seth. He turned on. I mentioned Roman Reigns again, and he mentions turning on the fans and all that, and then. And Seth Rollins calls out Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose refuses to come out, but instead he shows up on the Tapatron and says that he's basically Ambrose name drop the word lunatic, because he is a lunatic, because he's a lunatic French. Saying something how about the people love the Shield. Basically, it's all about the Shield, folks. Is why Dean Ambrose turned on Seth Rollins, because the Shield has been holding back Dean Ambrose. That's the story that they're going for. Garbage. So Ambrose dares Seth Rollins to come to backstage to fight him or whatever, right? So Rollins get out of the ring. He goes out to find Ambrose, but Ambrose was gone. And we see security's there, standing there looking like fucking dumbasses. And one of those try to act tough and everything. And then Rollins punches one of them. Garbage. And then the commentators of course named Renee Young, because Renee Young is the wife of Dean Ambrose. Does anyone even give a fuck about this? WWE made an announcement that Ronda Rousey is going to be there to address what happened with her at Survivor Series with Sarah Flair, which I think I thought was a bad idea, because, well, I'll get to more of that later, but But point is, it's a bad idea to have Ronda Rousey, show up on Raw after what happened to her last night of Survivor Series. We get a video vignette of Lars Sullivan from NXT coming soon to win that Raw. And what I say about that, what I would say, well, go good luck to you, Lars Sullivan. You're going to be booked to be strong, and then later on, somewhere down the line, you're going to be buried. Because that's what WWE does. Doesn't matter if WWE does create you in on NXT. Robert Reigns being under the promotion of WWE. Vince McMahon will still find a way to bury something that he didn't create. Something that he has to bury because NXT is a better show than Raw and SmackDown combined. So it's gonna be a freak accident that this man is going to create to bury the freak Lars Sullivan. Let's put this on commentary because we get Sasha Banks and Bailey. They want retribution against Tamina and Nia Jax, and WWE is calling Nia Jax Face Breaker. That's her nickname because of what she did to Becky Lynch. So basically, WWE what they're doing here is that they're okay with Nia Jax giving that name for what she did to Becky Lynch. So it's okay that Nia Jax is not going to get punished for sabotaging what could have been an amazing main event at Survivor Series, where we could have had Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey, despite Ronda Rousey who's going to win the match anyways, but still. Um, but yeah, this is the way this is the way they telegraph it. That Nia Jax, yeah, you did good doing that to Becky Lynch. So the match, match itself, I thought it was fucking boring. Tamina and Nia Jax won. Then we get dumbass Troy Caruso and even Constable Corbin. Constipated, or more like constipated Corbin. Well, she was going to, but then also she got interrupted by Dean Ambrose. Seth Rollins tells Rollins, well, she tells dumbass Troy Caruso to tell Seth Rollins this. That he's waiting for him at where it started with the Shield back at home, somewhere in some kind of located spot wherever it is. It's gonna be whatever. So Seth Rollins, after commercial break, coming back. Seth Rollins, charging at backstage. He goes to the boiler room. So I'm assuming that's where it was. Okay, boiler room, whatever. To find Dean Ambrose, and he couldn't find Dean Ambrose. All of a sudden, he sees the door that he walked in, and it says, "Burn it down." And Seth Rollins looking pissed off, pushing the door. We get still images of Drake Madrick pissing on himself. From when that Raw. I mean, not from Raw. From Survivor Series, from that Bar versus AOP match, where the Big Show got Drake Madrick, and then Drake Madrick pissed on himself. And WWE's using this as a angle to where it's gonna be some type of comedy relief. Darlene, hello there. Dean Ambrose is the star of Raw. I don't care. And it's not against your comments. I just don't care. This show was fucking boring to me. Even with Dean Ambrose cutting the promo and all that, and this whole thing with it was the Rollins and Ambrose show. I still didn't care. This show was fucking boring. So basically, back to Drake Madrick. So what they do with this? I didn't think they was gonna do anything with this. I thought WWE was thinking to themselves at the time when they did this segment with Drake Madrick from Survivor Series that he pissed on himself. I thought it was stupid to begin with, anyways, and I thought maybe they're not gonna they wasn't gonna do anything about that. But then all of a sudden we get to Raw and we see Drake Madrick at getting food at catering, and someone from behind them, some black dude in a blue suit, whatever, asks Drake Maverick on you want some peas? Yeah, because Drake Maverick pissed on himself, so peas. And then Rhino, he later makes fun of him, come up with some clever jokes about pissing on yourself or whatever. And Drake Maverick turns around to confront this person. Like I mentioned, Rhino he said was behind him, and then basically Rhino was behind him, and Drake Maverick because Rhino's a big guy, sort of. Drake Maverick is like when he went to Chad Gable and says, you're making fun of me and all that, and then Chad Gable tells Drake Maverick not to get pissed because again pissed piss peeing. And then Bobby Roode shows up. He starts making some jokes too. And also Drake Maverick says to Bobby Roode and Chad Gable, he says you're in big trouble. You're in trouble, whatever. And then also they start laughing. And I said, what's so funny? Like what? Because he said the word trouble. And then all of a sudden Bobby Roode said, "You're in, urine." Garbage. So yeah, I was sarcastically laughing because I didn't think anything they did was funny. Yeah, because a midget in Ross Star's blood, Drake Maverick pissing on himself is fucking funny on a wrestling show. The Lucha House Party defeats the Revival. Moving on. Sorry, I lost my train of thoughts here. We get a real package of Charlotte Flair attacking Ronda Rousey with the killing stick and blah blah blah, and they want Ronda Rousey to come out there to address this whole thing, which I still think is a fucking dumb idea to do that anyways. But I'll get to that. I'll get to it later. WWE does this Red Cross exploitation because WWE can't help themselves with that. Charlie Caruso catches up with Seth Rollins. Rollins says that Ambrose took it too far, bringing up the whole Roman Reigns situation. Again, mentioning Roman Reigns, and he's not even on the show. He's not there. Why mention Roman Reigns? He has nothing to do with Ambrose and Rollins feud. Fuck you, WWE. And then Tyson O'Neil says that the Ambrose was there, and he ran off. Whatever. And that was it for hour number 2. Total Amount Wrestling for hour number 2. 2 matches. Overall thoughts? Trash for hour number 2. Fucking boring. And now we get to Ronda Rousey, the WWE Raw Women's Champion, who hasn't defended her Raw Women's Championship belt for 13 weeks on Raw. She comes out smiling on her face, giving high fives to fans, where she's supposed to be selling the fact that she had her windpipe crushed by Charlotte Flair with a steel fucking chair. And and on top of that game, her ass handed to her with candlestick shots by Charlotte Flair. And here comes Ronda Rousey acting like nothing hurts her. She's not selling the physical that she suffered from Survivor Series. She knows so and everything, and she's talking normal as she comes this promo. Which is why if you're gonna do a spot to hurt Ronda Rousey, she should be selling the next night. I'm sore and all that. And that none of that. Did they show bruises? Yeah, obviously there were bruises on her, from what happened on at Survivor Series. But at the same time, she didn't sell anything. She didn't sell limping. She didn't sell my arm, my arm still hurts. And then she didn't sell her throat was damaged. No psychology. So why even do that fucking spot anyways? If Ronda Rousey was to come out on the next night, no sell anything. Garbage. Insulting my intelligence. That's what it was too. So Ronda Rousey got some mixed reactions. We got Becky chants. But Ronda did cut a decent promo. Talk about her match against Nia Jax that she's gonna have against her at TLC for the Raw Women's Championship. It's also about how Nia Jax broke Becky Lynch's face and blah blah blah, and she's saying that Nia Jax is dangerous because of that. And I see myself, you've been in so many UFC fights that are more dangerous in the octagon than Nia Jax. Nia Jax is not fucking dangerous. If you mean dangerous by being reckless and being careless with her opponents in the ring, in the ring as a wrestler, yes, she is dangerous, and she should be punished for that too. So this whole notion that Nia Jax is dangerous in the because what she did to Becky Lynch, no, it was just her being reckless and careless, and I believe she did that on purpose. She did that on purpose. But Ronda Rousey is saying that Nia Jax is dangerous, but Mia Tate is not dangerous. Holly Holmes is not dangerous. Amanda Nunes is not dangerous. And then she says what she's done with Nia Jax at TLC. Her next chapter is going to be Charlotte Flair. Yeah, cool story. And she says that she wants to defend her Raw title on the show. 13 weeks to Rousey. She should have been doing this 13 weeks, for the last 13 weeks, by the way. And I don't twist my words here, folks. I'm not saying, she's that she has to defend her Raw title. Yeah, she may have on maybe a few house shows and pay-per-views. I'll talk about on Raw. For the weeks that she has not defended her title on Raw, because on that night after SummerSlam, saying I'm not Brock Lesnar. I'm here every week and I'm going to be a fighting champion every week. And yet, 13 weeks during those times, she has not defended her Raw Women's title ever since then. She'll defend on pay-per-views, but she's barely ever defended on Monday Night Raw. And I don't fully blame Ronda Rousey. I blame WWE who wrote that shit for to say that. But yeah, we're waiting to see who's going to answer the challenge for Ronda Rousey to fight, and then Constipated Corbin comes out because he is a constipated individual that I can't stand watching on TV anymore. He's fucking terrible. And he says no, it's not gonna happen, and blah blah blah. And Ronda Rousey's like, he's like, no, she wants to do this. She's the baddest bee on the planet. I'm not gonna say the word, because I have too much respect for women to say that word to a woman. But Ronda Rousey says, maybe you want to fight me. Basically trying to, basically saying that Corbin should fight her. I doubt that Baron Corbin wants to be women's champion. But Baron Corbin agrees. He said, just wait here and we'll get you an opponent. So the opponent was Mickie James. And I thought to myself, wait a minute, is this really going to happen? Is this really going to happen? For the last 13 weeks, where Ronda Rousey could have been defending her Raw Women's title, are we finally going to get this? And we did. The problem is, it was too short and it was too cheap. The match itself was alright. At best, it was alright. But it was too short, too cheap. It was a microwave match. So yeah, 13 weeks of Ronda Rousey not defending a Roman title. This is what we got. So yeah, I'm done. Oh, what's the point? What's the point? So Ronda Rousey gets up on the ramp. All of a sudden, Nia Jax and Tamina comes out. Nia Jax holds on to her fist. And she's because she's the face breaker. Yeah, try to do that at an octagon, my Nia Jax, and see what happens. Let's see if you are still called the face breaker. Yeah, she won't do it anyways because not because of her weight. She's too obese anyways, but because she's not a fighter. She's not a legit fighter. WWE announced that next year in Chicago, Illinois, Survivor Series 2019. Cool. We see a trailer shown on Raw where it pertains to what's based on a true story. Something that it's one of the Rock's Dwayne Johnson, but The Rock, but yeah, of his movie production called Wrestling with My Family, which is going to be about Paige and Paige's family. Fuck Paige. I'm done. I'm done. I've been done with her too. By the way, Bobby Roode and Chad Gable have a match against AOP and got Jake Magic there. Match itself, I didn't care for that much, and especially don't care about it because all of a sudden Chad Gable rose up Akam for the win. So I guess this means that Bobby Roode and Chad Gable are going to get a title shot against AOP down the line because they beat the champions. And if you beat the champions, that means you get a title shot against the champions the next time. Stupid. Diablos was backstage sitting wherever he was, and he says, he's not playing games with Seth Rollins, and he said this has nothing to do with Roman Reigns. And I think to myself, thank God that Dean Ambrose finally got has said this had nothing to do with Roman Reigns, and it should not be about Roman Reigns anyways. So hopefully this means that they're gonna stop mentioning Roman Reigns' name. Hopefully that means they're gonna stop mentioning Roman Reigns' name, where it pertains to this feud between Rollins and Ambrose. But I digress. Ambrose talks about what smells. He said it's awful. He blames it on the people. And then Ambrose says, burn it down, whatever. Seth Rollins was leaving. Caleb Braxton stops him and say, "Where are you going? The Ambrose, aren't you looking for the Ambrose? You giving up and all whatever." Rollins says, he's like, he'll see him at TLC anyway. So, and he leaves. And when W does that, that means that he didn't really leave. He's doing that just to have people believe that he left, so that he could come back to get the Ambrose if he shows himself to where Seth Rollins can find him and this time get him. that's what they did there. Not Natalia versus Ruby Riott, while you had Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan at ringside. Match itself, it was decent, but then you get the Riot Squad getting involved. Natalia fights them off and gets a roll up victory over Ruby Riott. So basically, Natalia got redemption, got basically justice was served for her late dad after Ruby Riott broke the sunglasses of his, which was a prop by the way, but whatever. But yeah, Natalia got some justice over that. So, what does this mean? Does this mean the feud's over? I don't know. But knowing WWE, they'll end the feud anyways from there, which means Ruby Riott ain't going. That means Ruby Riott ain't going nowhere either, which is a fucking shame because I'm a fan of her, even before she came to WWE. The Ambrose show backstage. He's heading to the ring. He gets to the ring. He gets booze. Because well, how dare Dean Ambrose turn on the Shield and turn on Seth Rollins and turn on Roman Reigns and blah 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 blah. This fucking corny ass fucking bullshit storyline. So Ambrose is cutting a promo. say it was too easy. Just about every in the crowd. He talks about how how they'll stab their families in the back to get anything or whatever, and he says uh his reasons were justified, and he's still trying to find out what is that smell. And then also we see Rollins, you know, on the Tempotron. He's heading back because he got obviously he did all this whole thing where he's leaving, where at the end of the day he pretended he was leaving just for the Ambrose to show himself, and sure enough the Ambrose showed himself, and that was Seth Rollins' opportunity to get to the Ambrose, and so sure enough Rollins got the Ambrose in the ring. Ambrose was not fighting back. Rollins was kicking his ass. Ambrose was trying to run away. Referees coming out. Ambrose trying to run away through the crowd. Rollins catches up to him, gets him back at ringside. Ambrose Rollins starts fighting a little bit in the ring. Also, Ambrose gives him a low blow. Gives him the dirty deeds. Leaves the ring. Gets back in the ring. Goes for another dirty deeds. And Ambrose stares at Rollins while Raw went off the air. Basically doing a cliff hanging for this show. If you have to tune in, you have to tune in next week to see what happened, where they go from there. So, and that was it for Raw. That was it for Raw. And for hour number 3, Total Amount Wrestling, 3 matches. Overall, those for hour number 3. I thought it was kind of alright, but I was too fucking bored. Total Amount Wrestling overall for Monday Night Raw from November 19, 2018. 6 matches. I'm sorry, excuse me, 7 matches. I miscounted. Okay, my fault, folks. It was actually 6. I read before. My apologies. I thought it was 7, but I just double checked. It's 6 matches. So yeah, folks. After watching, what Baron Corbin said at the beginning of the show of Raw, it's the Undisputed Age show, and I watched this show, and I was fucking bored from hour number 1 to hour number 3. My Raw show rating 0 out of 10. But the one reason I watched this show is because my words, my bond, what pertains to watching after either Survivor Series, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, basically that type of deal I said I was going to do. Other than that, what pertains to weekly shows, fuck that. Especially what pertains to Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw is Monday Night bored. This show fucking sucked. So that being said, thank you all for watching. If this is your first time watching me, my name is Robert Serrano Jr., Natural Born Thriller. Oh, Gino, that segment was lame and they're lame jokes. Yeah, I know. Where it pertains to, Drake Madrick, because he pissed himself off from Survivor Series, and then the follow up was, people in the back making fun of him because of that and laughing at him. Yeah, what a great edgy show to showcase that on Raw. But yeah, I'm done. Thank you all for watching. If this is your first time watching me, my name is Robert Serrano Jr., Natural Born Thriller. If you haven't subscribed to me yet, please do so right now. If you enjoyed this review, thumbs up, thumbs down, either way. Choice is yours alone. Fuck Raw. I'm out.